Well, good morning to all of my viewers on YouTube, and thank you for tuning in on this cold winter morning. It's very cold this morning. Thank you for tuning in again to Poetry and Paintings from Panties and Bras. This week, our focus will be on women issues. As you can see, the painting it reflects the season of winter. But as you can see, I also painted a butterfly next to the tree, and that represents that life will get better. It may not look great right now or feel great. Maybe you're going through a lot of things financially. The holiday season is coming up, and I know a lot of times that causes a lot of stress for people. But just remember to just be yourself and do the best that you can. Don't try to pretend to your family members or friends, that, oh, you're doing so great and you can just spend all this money on gifts. And then come January, you're broker than you were before Thanksgiving. Don't get caught up in all that hype. Do what you can, enjoy the season because another season is coming. That's basically what the butterfly represents by the tree. Things get better as we learn how to live life with patience. Your time will come, but a lot of times we have to suffer through consequences when we make poor choices. Whether you're a woman or a man, female or male, it doesn't matter. Whenever you make poor choices, you have to sometimes suffer through the consequences. And that's everybody. That's the way life is. I mean, I know in my life, there are plenty of times I have planned something and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. That's the way life is. But we have to learn how to cope with difficult times in life and get through it and know that it will get better. Okay, my 3 poems that I want to share with you is bringing the focus back to women. The first poem is called Can You Be the Opposite of Eve? Eve was created when man was asleep, when things were in order, at a place of peace and order. All women are not the same. Because of our education, DNA, and background experiences, I believe Eve had the best of both worlds. She had brains and beauty. She walked in the spirit and the flesh. The first example of what a woman is supposed to be is very confusing to me. At times, she listened to her husband, God, and even an animal. I wonder, did she ever stop and listen to herself? Did she ever gain enough confidence in her inner self? What happened east of Eden as they were excluded and banished from the Garden of Paradise? She kept having children, only adding to Adam's resentment. He had to work harder and harder and spend long hours away from home. Jealousy and sibling rivalry came into the home. By the time she started taking God's advice, it was too late. After so much turmoil and torment has taken place, a woman can easily lose touch with her reality. A woman can be so emotional and wrapped up in solving other people's problems that she can no longer save herself. Can you save some strength for yourself? Can you be still in your heart and hear a small voice? Can you be the opposite of Eve? Eve's darkness continues is the next poem. The terrible behavior from women on these reality TV shows has become an epidemic. These mistresses who want to gain 15 minutes of fame after they willingly slept with a celebrity or a star athlete or made some kind of a sexual innuendo with a political figure. I don't think they deserve any attention or sympathy from the media because she knew that he was married. Disgusting to see teenage girls starving themselves or overeating. Disturbing to see mothers that allow their young daughters to wear makeup and wear adult clothing. Some women refuse to work unless they're lying on their backs for a man or a woman these days. Other women would rather live on government programs or housing instead of getting a college education and make steps toward true independence. Too many women use their body instead of their brain to get what they want out of life. Some women are trying to send the message that women are equal, but the methods need to be equal too. It confuses the next generation of women. All it takes is one stupid public act from a woman and it sets the feminist movement back 100 years of contradictions. The lack of consistency keeps men laughing at us. You know there are double standards. Stop pretending it doesn't exist. And get out of the darkness, Eve. Turn the lights on. Eve light continues. A growing number of Eves never got the Adam they deserved. Adam never seemed to find his way down the wedding aisle. He got lost in between the Amazon of pillows, legs, and beds. The Adam of your youth never bought you those sweet smelling flowers that you love, but you forged ahead into the grind of work and everyday life by yourself. God came by your side and picked you along life's beaches. You couldn't take another step due to the pain of yesterday. A lie whispered in the willows of your ear, and deception took Eve away. Illusions and impaired vision, misperceptions, wrong perspectives, and poor judgment. But truth came and set Eve free from fantasy and fiction. Romance novels and soap operas were put aside. All things in their proper place. Facts coming into the mind. Realizing that men cannot be your everything. A man cannot fulfill all of your hopes and dreams. They are imperfect, and so is Eve. Desires change to please God. Eve, fruit of knowledge ripens. Eve sharpens her weapons of warfare, promising herself not to allow a broken heart to break her again. Eve learns how to like herself. Eve learns how to love God. Eve learns how to invest in herself. Eve moves forward with her dreams. She pursues life, single, married, divorced, or widowed. She becomes a mother to her own children or someone else's. Eve learns that life is full of mystery and harshness, but she decides not to cry about it any longer. She goes where life takes her. Eve goes where God has challenged her to go. She does the unthinkable and succeeds. Everyone is shocked, even Eve. God isn't surprised at all by Eve. He knew all along that she could do it. Eve just needed time to believe in herself. Eve forgives herself. Eve forgives Adam. Eve forgives children. Eve forgives society. Eve forgives all things. Eve accepts the foundations that God put into place. Eve continues to perfect the role of women in business, home, or church. As a daughter, sister, friend, wife, lover, and mother. Eve continues to turn towards love all of the days of her life, and the light never goes out. Well, thank you for tuning in to another edition of Painting and Poetry from Panties and Bras. And I hope you have enjoyed this edition today. And remember, life does get better. It may be cold right now, really cold. Because, that's a true saying. It is a cold, cold world. People can be cruel and vicious and have a wrong attitude and jealousy and backbiting. And it could destroy relationships. But at the end of the day, we have to realize that we cannot change other people. You can only work on improving yourself. And remember, we have to live our life with patience and things will get better. And I hope you have enjoyed. And stay tuned for more poetry and painting from Panties and Bras. Thank you.